I do hope you're doing well. Guys, we are back with the monthly favourites. And the monthly favourites of May now means we are at the end of the month, and it means I am a year older. I don't know when this is going up. I feel this is going up Saturday the 31st. So if it is, oh, sorry if you hear a little bit of noise. Dan is washing the cars and doing all the front bits, so he's in his element tonight. I've bought some pie and mash back for dinner with some liquor, of course, so we are having a very good old little feast. It is Thursday the 29th as I film this. Tomorrow, on the 30th of May, I turn 30. Oh my goodness, he's really going to turn out there, ain't he? So yes, I believe this is going up the day after, but if not, I think it will be. I don't think I have any uploads on my actual birthday. No, it will be Saturday, and then there's some extra uploads in June. But yes, welcome back to the monthly favourites, my lovelies. And let me tell you, there's some things in here that you will not expect to see, and there's things in here that, of course, you're going to see. And what I cannot wait to tell you about is my book for this month. A book that Dan actually chose from the bookcase, because I was kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. And he was like, let me pick it. And he's actually already picked my book for next week. Girl, you're not reading a book in a week. Next month he's picked. So yes, maybe the books are now just what Dan picks out of the bookcase, and he's like, which ones have you read? And I'm like, that. But let's not rabbit. I have, of course, the diary to hand. We've got the basket to hand. Let's get in with the monthly favourites for May 2025, the birthday month. I need to learn how to use this camera, because on my old camera, if the camera battery was getting low, it would flash ferociously. This one doesn't. This one has a tiny little motif that, unless I'm looking in the screen, I can't see. Shannon has just sat here for half an hour rabbiting away for the camera to cut. And also what this camera doesn't do, it doesn't pre-save your footage before it shuts itself down. I've just done an SD restore to try and recoup the footage. I have hooked the computer to the camera, and none of it can recover the footage. So, note to Shannon's self, even though the eyes might avert, keep looking at that battery. Don't let it go for well over half an hour rabbiting away and then just let it cut. And we are going to do this all again. I said to Dan, I'm annoyed because it was actually, I was getting proper into it and we was having a right little catch up, but I don't know if I have it in me, my lovelies. I am so gutted, and I'm like, this is not the night for the camera to be playing up. But we're going to kick it off with the diary, as always. And the best achievement for the month was, of course, Snowden. So Dan did have his input in this prior. He was in and out because he was washing the cars. And we both said that Snowden was definitely both traumatizing and yet so rewarding. It's something that I don't think we can ever compare to. I mean, we most definitely will be doing it again. However, I don't feel you'll get like that same rush. However, I've spoke to people and had people comment to tell me that they've done it like multiple times. Do you think you do still get the same rush? Do you think we could go back next year and be like, you know what? It's going to be fantastic. Or are we going to be like, meh, we've done it again and we just want to try and beat the last score? So yes, Snowden was definitely a very big achievement and memory for this month. And obviously I feel like my 30th birthday will be a big moment and memory for this month, but I haven't had it yet. That comes tomorrow morning. And let me tell you, the birthday, my birthday is going to be a very early start because Dan wants me to open his presents before I go to work. I leave for work at 5:30 in the morning. I'm normally up between 4:15 and 4:30. I think I've got to be up at like 4:45, 4 o'clock tomorrow. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're down here in the bedroom. He was like, I'll do you a cup of tea. I'm like, I need coffee that time in the morning. So yeah, and then I'll be at work. I get mum. We come back. There's going to be a house of 5. it's going to be a very hectic day. We will be vlogging it, little bits and bobs here and there. So, yeah, I don't know, my lovelies. We shall see how the day plans out. But, yes, that, of course, will be a memory in itself for getting to 30. As I say, it's very... It does make you realise and thankful for getting that, but it still doesn't take away my worry of what 30s could hold and everything. So, we'll see. We shall see. But definitely Snowden. So the first things I always talk about is the stuff that I can't show you. And that, of course, music. Now, I don't know about you, my lovelies. I didn't realise that Spotify, I knew it had made for you playlists like on rewind, repeat, rewind, on repeat, rewind, repeat, stuff like that. And there's a thing called DJ. I don't listen to anything else coming home from work now. I can't be bothered to be filtering through my playlist, filtering through my artists to try and find stuff that I want to listen to. I stick DJ on. It gives me a collective mix of all of my playlists, all of my artists, all of the new songs and bits and bobs from the people that I listen to. And you know what? It suits me just fine. I don't find myself skipping the songs. I don't find myself wanting to scroll past. Honestly, BBC Suffolk and BBC Essex are my morning go-tos. They kind of wake me up. I feel like I'm learning something about the news when I listen to it in the morning. But coming home, I'm like, just get me home. Get me home and pedal to the metal, off we go. So yeah, I've just been listening to the DJ on Spotify, to be honest, my lovelies. The other thing that I cannot show you is what we've been watching. But if you have been following us probably since just before Easter, you will know that the only thing that's been on the screen pretty much in this household has been Sons of Anarchy from Disney+. We've been having a few little bits from YouTube, Beard Meets Food. We're just waiting on the few final videos from Life with James and Ben because we're going to binge their American road trip. Demi Donnelly, Slice of Jess, I've been catching up with them. Laura Meacham, Amy Michelle, the Welsh lady. Been watching a little bit of her once again. I kind of fell off of her track because she seemed to go... Her content was very not similar to her prior stuff. So I didn't really I didn't have an interest in that part. So I dropped off of her, but now she's starting to bring a little bit of content back that I like. So yes, I've been following her. Brandonia and Erin, I've been catching up with them. He's just tried to attempt the 10,000 calorie challenge, which is something that I would love to do. I can't lie, me and Dan have been watching like Beard Meets Food, Leah Shatuka, Break My Takeaway, Food Review Club, and I'm like, I want one of them little automatic, you press it, the timers. I was like, and I would really like to do food challenges, and he's like, oh God, here we go. So who knows? But the only thing that has predominantly been on the channel, my lovelies, is Sons of Anarchy. There may be a few little like transitions here because I'm just so blooming paranoid of this camera not saving the footage again. So Sons of Anarchy, we have been watching that, I'd say a good 6 to 8 weeks. Just before Easter maybe, we was about series 2 or 3 into that when Mum started watching it with us, and we finished it a couple of nights ago. And guys, they have left it so open. Could they come back with the boys? That's what I've heard, the children. I've heard also they might be doing one where it's from the dad's point of view, like back in his day with like Piney and Clay. I don't know, but yeah, that was... I thought you would at least have an aftermath of the ending, but for that to just be point blank done was quite... I was like, oh, damn it, like, what do we watch now? And you feel so invested, like you've watched all of the characters and you've seen stuff that you think that's going to happen, but some of the stuff that I thought would be happening was literally down to the last episode, so you have to persevere with it. I've spoke to people who have said, nah, couldn't get into it, watched a few episodes. I feel like definitely get yourself involved in it, and then you're hooked. You get so attached to the characters, and it's like, oh my God. I thoroughly enjoyed it. However, that means now we've got a very big catch-up list to do. There's a few things on Netflix we want to watch, a few things on Disney+, YouTube we need to catch up on, and as I say, have our binge of James and Ben once it's all up there. We've been watching Theme Park Worldwide as well. That's been on there because, believe it or not, your girl went to Alton Towers this month. Yes, she did. So, let me just shut the book up because we won't be needing this anymore. But what we do need is my Alton Towers. Guys, your girl went. 4 of us took a road trip, very early morning road trip. and we went to Alton Towers. Now, I have never been to Alton Towers. I know what rides are there. It was a very eventful day. We used, for the first time, the camera sleeves. So Dan has got these things that my glasses arms sit in, and then it's like an elastic band at the back. I can't lie, I was a little bit dubious because we're on the force of some of them roller coasters. I felt like it was actually bending my glasses. I can't be dealing with any more broken glasses, my lovelies. Who remembers on the last lot? I'd had them a matter of weeks. And Dan's tush might have squashed them and broken. So they were held together with super glue for the remainder of the duration. So this time, I could actually see what I was doing on these roller coasters. I don't know if that's more scary, actually being able to see it, or just having it as a blur. So, we started off with Wicker Man, which no one has done, not even Dan. Oh, if I could show you the photos, I was not loving life. It started off all right. I'm like, oh, poodling off. We're all good. Then come the drops, and I don't deal with drops. I've learned I can deal with speed, I can deal with like the twists and turns and everything like that. Not so keen on going upside down, but it's drops because my belly goes whoop. Even if you go over a speed, you know, like sometimes if you go over like a little speed bridge or like the actual bridge or a hill, and then when you go down in the car, you're like, whoop. My belly goes funny just even on that. So, let alone being on a roller coaster. Dan absolutely loved Wicker Man. It was very undecided on Wicker Man. 2 of us loved it, 2 of us didn't like it. We then went on to 13 because it had started to close, open, close, open. We grabbed it when it was open and went on. I would rather do 13 to Wicker Man, but guys, no one told me that 13 dropped. I was like, right, you guys have done this. Have I got to like keep an eye out for anything? Is there anything going to happen? And everyone went no. After I found out that Dan had told people to say no because I might get scared. And they had great fun in telling me after that that Dad made them not tell us. So I was like, okay, now I know why your dad didn't say anything because no one told me it dropped. Guys, I'm sitting there thinking the ride's broken. Not only did once it dropped again. And I'm like, what? There was a few words coming out of my mouth like, holy jeez. Yeah, no one told me it dropped. So I was a little bit worried to say the least. We then done several trips on the Runaway Mine Train. We went into CBeebies Land and done the Postman Pat. That was in my element. Just sitting back, Postman Pat driving me around. Absolutely loved it. Octonauts, I think it was called, which was kind of like a little water ride. It started to squirt water at you as you went around. I really enjoyed the Curse of Autumn Manor. Me and Dan quickly popped on that, and let me tell you, I'm all here for the horror, the dolls, everything like that. It's not really a ride. You just sit in a little thing and it takes you around, kind of like a spinning teacup in a way. But it was more like the horror side of it. There was creepy dolls. I loved it. I blooming loved that ride, and you could have just left me on and that all over again. Runaway Mine Train, that was okay. Picked up a bit of speed on some of the parts. So I was like, oh, didn't expect this. This is very deceiving right now. And then some of the other big rides, there was about 3 or 4 that was broken down quite a lot on and off whilst we were there. And some of the queues were just ridiculous times. And because you have to be certain heights, it wasn't fair to be going on the bigger rides because the little ones wouldn't have been able to get on. So I feel like me and Dan might go back for some of the bigger rides. Galactica, he really wants to go on because he's heard that this year is going to be the last year. I would like to do Nemesis Reborn. However, that looks very different to Nemesis at Thorpe Park from what I remember, and it looks vicious. So I don't quite know how I'm going to do with that, but it's okay. We are going to try Nemesis Subterra. Dan's never done that one. From what my friend has told me, it's not necessarily a ride, but more like an interactive thing, like people touch you and jump out at you. That's what I'm getting from it. Toxicator broke several times. I watched that thing. You're never getting me on that. That for me is like Hyperion of Thorpe Park. Them 2 rides, I'm just like, nope. Nope, nope, nope. And then we went into the area where Oblivion and the Smiler was. So the Smiler had a single rider queue, which was, I think, 20 to 30 minutes. So I said to Dan, why don't you pop off and do the Smiler? We'll just chill here, we wait to see you. So Dan went off to do the Smiler. And we're looking, there's a bald man, there's a beard. No, it wasn't. In the end, we did see him, and typical Dan, everyone is there like, woo! And Dan's just sitting there like, he is so unfazed by roller coasters. He did have a really good time on Wicker Man because he'd never done it before and he didn't know what to expect. But with the rides he's already done, he's just kind of like so unfazed, to say the least. And I'm like, oh, okay, that looks vicious. That looks horrendous. And then you have Oblivion behind you. And they were saying, Shan, look. And guys, like, I don't do drops. I watched, oh, just the thought of it now. The drop on that, I'm like, hell no. No, my soul would leave my body. So what we have learned through the many little theme parks that we've been to, I don't like lap bars. I don't feel safe. Anything that just comes over my legs, no, I don't feel safe, because I actually, majority of the time, end up slipping out of my seat. And I'm not talking about like a thing, like I will go fully under to where my bum is sometimes hanging off of the seat. I don't feel safe. That's not fun for me. I want to get the hell off. Things that have the over the top, like Nemesis and Swarm, those I feel safe in because I can literally wedge my hands through there and cling on for dear life. I don't mind, as I say, the speed or going out and about. It is just drops and lap bars. So Hyperia, for example, at Thorpe Park is a lap bar and that's it. And Dan even said when he done that, he come out of his seat. And I'm like, how on earth do you think? Like, I would actually, I don't think I would survive that ride. I really don't. But the Smiler in Oblivion has some of the best merchandise. It's always the way, isn't it? But I'm not getting the merchandise because I only get the merch if I've done the ride. So for the rides we've done, I just got magnets. So yes, the fridge is getting more and more collected with magnets. But I did get myself a little sippy cup because I was like, you know what? I need hydration. And I just thought it was cute. Dan picked up a couple of mugs for the house. So now we've got the 2 Chessington mugs. We've got the 2 Alton Towers mugs. Soon there'll probably be 2 Thorpe Parks. And whichever ones probably Legoland you'll want to pick up next. Ooh. Bless me, sorry guys. Yes. So I definitely feel there may be some more sippy cups, there may be some more mugs, but you know what? It's memories. I'm looking, I didn't get any snow globes this time, but magnets, they did have a really nice snow globe actually, the big Alton Towers one, but I thought, maybe for next time. Let's get on into the basket, eh? Right, of course, it's going to be stuff to do with Snowden. So in this month's favourites are our t-shirts. Dan has his, which remained perfectly because Mum done it. You'll see more in the 2 vlogs coming up. We've got a bank holiday vlog and our Snowden vlog in full. I was left to do my own, and as you can tell, we was left with Shan, and then from driving and everything rubbing on it, it kind of become like a half-S ham. But of course, they are in our monthly favourites because what a thing to do. We climbed a Blue Mountain. It was for a great cause. It was definitely, you'll see in the vlogs, but it was a struggle. We picked the worst day to do it. We got to the top and it was 100-mile-an-hour gale force winds. Thick fog. Pouring down with rain. To the point my glasses were steaming up because of my breath. The mist and the rain was doing my glasses. I couldn't see where on earth I was doing. I pulled my calf. I thought I'd broke my toe, which I can't lie, guys. My toe is still looking very questionable. So I don't know if I have maybe done something. It is still slightly bruised. And I do still have a little lump on it. But we survived. But yeah, keep an eye out for them vlogs. I think they're coming. Are they coming at the weekend? I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's a bank holiday vlog. So you see us when we go glamping. And you see the Snowden vlog. So with that as well, my lovelies, is my bag. But this bag is not just for the mountains. We've actually been using this, as I say, when we went to Thorpe Park. If you know me and you've been an OG, you will know that I have the little mini backpacks from Primark. Black, cream, pink, blue, if I remember correctly. If you've been with me a while, you'll know what they are. But this one we picked up in Mountain Warehouse. I believe it was £20 in the sale. And it's actually not a bad old backpack. It's 12 litres, but you've got a compartment there, a compartment there. Then you have your pocket inside, that's what we put our keys in. You have another little section there, and it's all padded. And look at that. I've still got my hat in it. I was actually looking for that, thinking, where's that gone? It's in my bag still. And it's a nice padded back, it's aerated, so yes, when you're sweating and you're hiking, it's nice, stretching, breathable. It's a nice little soft shoulder strap, and yeah, that has been coming to the theme parks, and that has also been coming up the mountains. So I would actually really rate Mountain Warehouse, guys. Me and Dan, we always normally pop in it whenever we see one, because we're just like, okay. But I've picked up new boots, obviously, for the hike. We got that, we got our waterproof jackets, and it always seems to be a hell of a lot more cheaper than Go Outdoors. I have a Go Outdoors membership, which we used for camping chairs that we've picked up. So I feel Go Outdoors is a lot more like the camping vibe, like your deck chairs, your tents, stuff like that. Whereas Mountain Warehouse, on their clothes and boots, have so many more offers and discounts than what a Go Outdoors would be. So, you know, like the 3/4 zip fleeces, I think you can get like two for 12 or 2 for 14. The jackets, we got 2 Mountain Warehouse, they're waterproof jackets. I think they were supposed to be 75 or 80 quid. They was down to 35 or 40. My boots, compared to Go Outdoors, were a fraction of the price. So yeah, Mountain Warehouse I actually really rate. And it's somewhere that I could actually do a lot of damage, because I would just get all of the 3/4 zip fleeces and buy every single colour of them. Because I love them. I can't lie, I blooming love them. Right, let's get into the basket. The book of this month. The Daughter of Auschwitz. So, you know me, guys. I'm normally true crime, murder, thriller. This technically is true crime, murder, but it's history and it's an autobiography. It's by one of the youngest survivors of the Holocaust, Tova Friedman. And to see... So we learn about this in school, but to actually hear it from someone who's experienced it, to give it to you from all different angles, her family's angles, the Germans' angles, herself in there, other children, how then once you survive you need to carry on with life, and how to get over the trauma that you've caused, and the scenarios that she ended up going into, found herself in another war in essence, the reaction to Jewish people after the war. Like, honestly, I was hooked on this book. It's got photos in the middle. I would show you, but some of them are a little tad graphic, so I'm probably not going to. But I love this. And it wasn't an easy read at quite a few points, but I genuinely feel like I've learned a lot more about that situation. And because we're going to Poland this year, it was kind of nice to try and get a little bit of the backstory. So she speaks a lot, obviously, about the camps out there. And I'm like, right, I've been making notes, so when we go out, I'm going to look for certain things that she said to see if they're still there, or to see if it's still possible at all to see at the moment. But yeah, The Daughter of Auschwitz, Dan actually picked that one, and Dan has picked the book for next month as well. So now when I say, I'm done, he goes to the bookcase, finds one, and he's like, I'll get you that. But this month, well, next month, June, he's gone for a thriller that I haven't read, and I actually am looking forward to reading it. So yeah, we'll see how his book sum up goes next month, because yeah, he's now enjoying picking my books for the month. I do have the trilogy of Three Sisters, Tattooist of Auschwitz, and Silka's Journey, but I think I might leave them for nearer the time before we go and have them as like a few months build up before the holiday, because someone said to me that they read the Tattooist of Auschwitz but they needed like a break in between because it was quite heavy. So I'm thinking, okay, I might say have that one in August, then I might have one for, would I take that one on holiday with me? I'm not too sure. And then maybe build up for like November with the other two. But yes, if anyone else has read this one, The Daughter of Auschwitz, please do let me know what you thought. Or if you've read the trilogy, also let me know. Do I need to have a break? Because I haven't really spoken to many people that have read that type of book. But the one that I did said like maybe have a break after the first one. So let me know down below, please, because I haven't got a clue. Right, let's just dive into it, shall we? So the first thing, of course, apart from, I can't show it to you because I'm filming on it, but my cameras are my favourites for this month. And this, my lovelies, is the little adventure camera. So I have done 2 videos on these. I've done my adventure camera and this camera unboxing because I love tech. I am a geek when it comes to tech. I love new technology, cameras, music systems, laptops, everything like that, I'm there. So this one that you're filming on now, that I need to just keep checking that battery in the time. Absolutely love that. That has its own one. This one I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, even you can see by the thumbnail, because this fascinates me. So I've had an adventure camera before. I had an underwater one many moons ago from Fujifilm. But this one is a whole different level. So this is a 360 camera. So basically you have the camera front and back, and you could be facing yourself doing selfie, but it's still capturing everything around you. I put it into the software the other night to try and get the bits from Snowden, and I was amazed at what it could pick up. So on the screen, you can move it around and see everything. And then when you put it into the software, you can either adjust it how you want to, or there is a system that it will look at your footage and then it formulates the best angle, or it does a whole 360 view. So as your center would be in the middle, and then it has the view around you, but it will still be landscape for filming, for example. And we've been having a little play around for that. So again, with the vlogs coming up, you'll see the camera in use. And I am so excited to use this little thing. I think it's definitely going to be something that is on all of the outdoor trips, potentially even to theme parks, because I've got the kit where you can rest it on your chest, you can get a headpiece. Honestly, I'm excited to use this, and yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit of a geek when it comes to stuff like that. What have we got? What have we got? A hair clip. I'm never without me hair clip. I've got one in my work bag, my normal bag, the car, that always laying about the house. This is just a little one from Shein, I think. Just think a little one from Shein. And in terms of snacks, so you know me, I'm savoury all the way through. However, these little babies, oh, they have been calling my name, and these are the Haribo peaches. I feel like we picked them up at an outlet. 12 bags for like 12 quid, I feel. I feel that. Happy peaches. Now, what is your most elite Haribo? For me, it's got to be peaches, the rings, or gold bears. Let me know. I can't have like the normal. If you have the normal star mix, I would just pick out gold bears and the rings. I don't really do like the hearts or the fried eggs. But peaches, yes. Or they do watermelon slices. Sometimes you can get like fizzy watermelon slices. Yes, please. Take my money all the way. Another thing I've been slightly addicted to. First off, this bottle. This will pop up quite a bit. This is the sparkling sake. Sake. The one that we got robbed at for the price in London, and then found Waitrose done it at a fraction of the price. So yes, I've gone through a couple of these bottles. You get one glass out of these bottles, my lovelies. I'm not sinking bottles here, left, right, centre. You get one glass. So I normally have it actually with my Sunday dinner, because it's just like a nice relax at the end of the day. Put your feet up. You've done dinner. Hey presto. But on the other hand, sparkling water. And this isn't just a favourite of mine now. Dan has actually really started to enjoy sparkling water. Considering, whenever I used to have it before, he'd be like, oh no. We've gone through, I think, 1.5 cases of these this month. I love sparkling water. I don't know many people that do. I can't lie. But I myself, I love a bit of sparkling water. And yeah, I'm very, very happy that Dan is getting, not on board, but like he's actually enjoying it, because I really want to try and get a soda stream for the house. And he's been looking into it, and he's like, okay, well, we can put that, and it will save buying all the cans of like Coke and Fanta and everything like that. So I'm like, we might be able to get a soda stream. I'm going to keep an eye for like Amazon's Black Friday deals. Not going to be something we get for the house yet. This will be like down the line towards Black Friday side. But if anyone does have a soda stream, how long do the gases last, like the bottles? Does anyone know? If so, please do. Oh, what is that? Is that now saying the camera's getting hot? 1 minute, my lovelies. Okay, so actually it might not have been the camera. The battery, I mean. I've got a little thing pop up, and it's like 7 icons, and it says 1 to 7 is fine. It's when it starts flashing that it means it's getting too hot. It may be because it's actually 21 degrees now. I've got the heating on at the moment because I've been a little bit chilly over the last few days. So I just need to keep an eye, because I've now got another icon on this. So Shan, stop river-rating, and let's try and move this along, because yeah, I've never ever seen that on a camera. Once it starts flashing red, sorry guys, that's it, we've got to go. But let's try and delve in. We have some more skincare. And well, I say skincare, like skincare, cosmetics, everything like that. These are from TikTok Shop, and guys, they are utterly amazing. They are anti-bags, but they're a spray. Great flavours. As I say, if you've seen the hauls, you know I'm slightly addicted to TikTok Shop. This always in my bag. Again, I have an aloe vera one, a orange one, everything. Dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is always a life for me. It will never not be in a monthly favourite. I always blooming use it. This, however, is actually quite a surprise, let's just say, because this is from Primark and it is a hair mascara wand. It didn't do so well holding up in Snowdon, I can't lie, but to actually stick normal bits down for a day-to-day basis, love it. And I actually do need to pick another one up because I feel that that's going to go out of stock very quickly and I don't want to lose it because it's the only thing that I found that actually blooming works. Now, I started with Cetaphil maybe 5-6 weeks ago again, and I started with Skin and Me. However, Skin and Me, I found I was starting to get slightly little raised, more bumps towards the eye. So I come away from that and I've been using the Cetaphil Pro for red skin, the night cream. But I've been using it morning and night. So that's why it's out of pump action, and I've just had to stock up on another one, but I have got the daytime one also to use with the facial clearing wash. So we'll give it a go. And we will see how the other two products, whether they live up to the standards of that one, because I do blooming love that, I can't lie. In terms of stuff as well, like food, drink, I have been loving me Irish cream coffee sachets. I cannot lie, my lovelies. Absolutely blooming lovely. And also, I've spoke about these before. If you can get them, they're normally 3 for £5 at Argos, Iceland and the Food Warehouse. And it's the Starbucks sachets. This is white mocha. I also have the caramel latte, and there is I feel like a normal cappuccino that Dan gets. But yeah, they really nice. They're normally about £2.53 on their own. So if you can get them on a sale or a discount, pick them up. And as I say, it's like having a Costa at home. I really do blooming like this print. If you saw the vlog from when me and Mum went to Tim Burton World, I picked this 3D postcard up, and let me tell you, love it. Absolutely love it. And it sits on my Scandals with Shan bit. It's not going to be going anywhere for a while. Absolutely love it. I just like the eyes. And it's really funky. It may not be to everyone's taste, but hey ho. We are getting a little bit into summer now, my lovelies. So my old flip-flops have been coming out, and these ones have been my go-to. If you've been with me, I'm going to say it's got to be 2 years ago. It must be 2 years ago. Me and Mum went to London for afternoon tea, and my feet ate like a biatch. The only place I could get flip-flops, because we was in Knightsbridge and Harrods, these were the cheapest I could find, and let me tell you, I make sure that they blooming come everywhere with me in the summer because I begrudge paying the money for them, but they are comfy, so I can't lie. But yeah, if you've been with me since that vlog, comment cake, and then I know how many of you have been. That was a very eventful vlog, let me tell you that, guys. And then coming into like toiletries and little bits and bobs, this LeighxX's new scents, guys. Absolutely love it. You've got the peach infusion. There is like a sea salt one. There's watermelon. There's a sunset. We've pretty much got the antiperspirants, the body sprays, and the shower gels of them all. Absolutely love it. Addicted. Yes, please. Thank you very, very much. And my hair care, of course, my Monet products. I haven't actually got my scalp serum because that's upstairs, still in the bag to unpack from Snowden. But yes, absolutely have been loving it. I've got a little bit left of this. This I'm completely out of, so I probably actually need to stock up on this. But it's getting there. It's a very long journey. That's what I get for dyeing my hair a billion times and killing it with bleach. But we are slowly getting there. 30s is all going to be about my hair care journey. Just you wait. And then we have my soap. I love this soap at the moment. Oh, we need to learn how to adjust and focus. There we go. This is the Healthy Bright Vitamin B3 soap. Just something that we've been having in the bathroom. My nail colour of choice, it is the Miley Naturally Darling. That's what I've got on. And I pair this with the Sally Hansen Buff and Tumble. That's what's on my Tootsies. Very, very similar colours, and absolutely love a bit of Sally Hansen. Of course, this is always going to be on here, guys. The Primark Watermelon Lip Oil. You cannot go wrong with this. Cannot go wrong. And then some perfumes of choice I've been having. Jean Paul Gaultier. This is like my adult perfume. I really, really like this at the moment. And then these are my two for everyday work use. I've got my Home Bargains £5 Jo Malone dupe. And then my little rollerball of Good Girl Carolina Herrera. And my lovelies, there's one more little thing lurking in here, and that is the Blistex Intensive Moisturiser. This I smothered it on my lips for Snowden because, let me tell you, them winds, they were not kind at all. And I did not want my lips and my face getting even more chapped than it already was. So we had a little bit of moisturiser with us, we had hand creams, we had lip balms, we had the whole lot. So yes, stay tuned for those vlogs. But my lovelies, we're still sitting at the same temperature, but I didn't want to just tempt fate just now, let me tell you that. So I don't want to ribbit rabbit. I'm going to let this cool down, and I'm going to actually start to learn the settings and what the stuff means on the screen, to be perfectly honest. But if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do, guys. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. And as I say, I feel like this will be out after my birthday. I think this is going up on the Saturday. My birthday is the Friday. So the next time you see me, I will be a year older. Not if it's the mukbang. I think the next one is the mukbang. From the 1st of June, those videos, no it won't, because I'll be going back in time. I'll still be in my 20s. When you see me birthday vlog, that's when you know I've got a year older, my lovelies. Take care, stay safe as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!